Hello, ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new raid video. In the last episode, we finally obtained Alice, and in this episode, it is time to try maxing her out. But before we start today's video, if you want to directly support the channel, or you maybe just want to start a brand new raid account, make sure you download the game through my link in the description. You can also scan the QR code that is on screen right now. You will get some phenomenal champions at the very beginning. First of all, you're gonna get a Tagore at level 1. He's gonna be your amazing reviver. Then, as soon as you reach level 15, you will also obtain Ugo. He's another great support champion. And if you're like me and you play raid for only 7 days, you will be receiving Alice the Wanderer. She is by far the strongest champion on my roster at the moment. And then, as an added bonus, you can also use the promo code Monkey King. That will give you Sun Wukong as well, so you can start your raid journey with the Sun Wukong, Alice, 2 great supports, and obviously your starter champion. Definitely do not miss out, and let's jump into today's episode. There is currently a champion training event ongoing, so I want to use all of the books available to me. That is why my next champion I'll be working towards is gonna be Ugo. He needs a lot of books to be completed, so let's go ahead and use our first 2 and see where it gets us to. We get a bunch of points, and our Black Hand is now tier 3, which is our auto attack, which is a little bit unlucky. And the very next champion I'm actually going to fully book out is Bellower. Any sort of champions, rare champions with Void Affinity is what I'm also going to be booking up, so let's just book him maximum amount. 300 tournament points, and Bellower is now fully ready. And I will do similarly for Hollow, but also not, and I'm now out of the books. I finally managed to get enough shards for 1 Sabitha. However, if I do want to eventually fuse Mad Hatter, I would need 4 of her and fully ascended and tier 5. So I don't know if that's possible for my account, obviously being fully free to play and fresh account. Regardless though, that's gonna be first fused champion on the account. So here it is, Dawncaller Sabitha. On A1 it heals the ally with the lowest HP, placing a 60% increased defense buff and 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, which is arguably pretty good. And it also revives an ally with 25 HP, but also 100% turn meter, so that all reads pretty good. And the affinity is void, so it's good against everything. Interesting, okay, maybe we'll end up finding some use for her. I got another ancient shard from the market. Let's see if this one is better than a rare. It is rare again, and I think it's a new character. It has stun on A1, places a shield on A2, and counterattack on A3. Will I ever use this champion? Probably in Faction Wars, but it doesn't seem crazy good on the first glance. And originally, I was going to be very patient with these sacred shards and wait for the 12x potential, but it just happened, so I might need to wait a very long time. So, because of that, I think I will just have to do it. I think I'm just gonna pull a sacred shard. I don't even have 100k coins. Let me get 100k coins, and then I'm pulling this sacred shard. We're gonna see what we get. Alright, here we go. My very first sacred shard. Is it going to be anything good? It's epic. And what even is this? Okay, Melga Stelgirdle. Alright, let's take a look. It's an HP epic champion. On A1, it attacks an enemy and has a 50% chance of removing 1 random debuff from a random ally. Okay, I can see that being decent. She can also place a shield on all allies, equal to 20% of this champion's max hit points for 2 turns, and also continuous heal. That also seems really good if you build it in full max health. And reviving 2 random allies with 20% HP and 20% turn meter. And then if this is ascended, it also shields those revived targets. That's very similar to my Tagore, so I don't think it's gonna be a very useful hero for my roster. I snagged myself another ancient shard from the store. Let's take a look and see if this one can maybe be an epic champion or a legendary. Haven't seen that yet from this. And it's another rare, and this time it's a Fleshmonger. Alright, this guy looks interesting. We get an attack 1 enemy 3 times, increase attack and increase crit rate for 2 turns, and attack all enemy and 50% chance to decrease defense. Alright, so pretty basic, nothing too crazy from that guy. I've also just gone ahead and finished all my daily quests and all my advanced quests. And now I need to do all these weeklies again. That's where I got my ancient shard. It wasn't actually the market. On the other side though, I will be pushing all these missions now. It's finally Void Keep today, so I can go ahead and just do the deepest stages I possibly can. And I'm basically just using Alice and Kale and then 3 support champions that all also revive. And it's been going really good so far. I'm able to clear quite deep stages. It is time for daily Demon Lord rewards. Let's take a look. One from normal. We end up getting a 4-star defense cruel with... I don't think this is too good. And then we get a legendary with speed and crit rate. We'll see if it lands on that. Again, only 4-star because it was normal. From the hard, we end up getting another 4-star with crit rate, crit damage and speed. Those are good substats, so we will take it. And now I need to wait for another key to keep on doing my missions. One of the next missions I will need to do is going to be to ascend the champion to tier 5 ascension. I can somewhat prepare for that, and that's gonna have to be Tagoar. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually mix a superior magic potion. And now I have enough supplies to ascend him at least to tier 4. The problem, however, is gonna be getting 3 more of those because Magic Keep is not available at the moment. But at least we completed one of those challenges and we got 20k out of it as well. Oh, and we get a bit more energy, which I actually really needed. I have heard great things about Apothecary, so this is going to be one of my next rare champions that I will skill up, but also use my books into making the abilities even better. There is still about 20 hours left on the summon rush, and somehow I got myself 3 more ancient shards. So let's see if maybe I can get some epics, maybe a legendary again. Let's take a look. I'm yet to get something good from these. First one is Beast Wrestler. 20% chance of stunning on A1, that seems interesting. Then if you manage to kill an enemy with A2, they can't be revived. And increase the damage by 50% on the first enemy. Okay, so basically this guy has 1 spell and the block revive. So interesting, I don't know if this is usable or not. But anyways, we have 2 more. Let's take a look. That is going to be Myrmidion. Never heard of that guy either. 20% chance of a provoke, attacking all champions and decreasing attack, but also placing ally protection with continuous heal. I think I have better versions of that in my epic champions. And now for the last one, let's take a look. And it's another rare. This time we get a Tiger Soul, Poison on the A1, Weaken on the A2, and block debuffs and increase defense for 2 turns. Okay, I mean, I think I have a better version in an epic form as well. Ladies, gentlemen, we're now level 39, just 1 more level to go until we unlock Doom Tower, which is a big milestone for an account like ours. But for now, I'm just participating in the Dragon Tournament with all my energy that I have. And just stockpiling a bunch of pieces that I will eventually hopefully use. I found another shard, and I'm very close to a big gem reward, so I kind of want to reach it. Let's take a look. It's gonna be another rare Diabolist. I think this one might be farmable. Small chance of a sleep on the A1. Increased speed buff for 2 turns on A2. That's pretty good. And filling the turn meter. So this actually maybe could be decent. I'm not sure. But any sort of speed manipulating champions are usually pretty good. And what I wanted to reach was this in the summon rush. But looks like I do not have enough points, unfortunately. Welcome to day 11 of our raid journey. We just got another key, I believe, so I can do the demon boss hit 3 times. We get the shield from the 7-day login thing as well. And then we also get... I kind of missed what that was. And we finished the PvP season in Silver 4, unfortunately. Didn't quite make it to Gold this time around, but I think that's already pretty good. Let's take a look what's in the chest. We get some 4-star Divine Set, 3-star Divine Set, but a 5-star Divine Set as well with crit rate and accuracy, which I guess is pretty good. The 3-star I probably should just sell. The substats are pretty bad as well. And 35 diamonds to go with it as well. I don't think that's too bad. And in the tag tier arena, we end up collecting 410 gold bars, which I could spend in Bazaar. I think what I'll want from here is probably Ancient Shard, I would assume. I don't know what else is worth taking here. We ended up being a rank 2 in the champion training tournament. And that gives us a book and 6-star set. Let's take a look what we get here. I was so close. I guess this guy just barely beat me. So I think we got this 5-star Relentless set. Okay, interesting. I mean, I don't really have too much coins to work with right now, so I can't really be pushing these items up a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, we definitely need to make a little bit more silver first. Quickly checking the daily Demon Lord rewards. From the easy, we get a legendary Cruel Chestplate with crit rate, crit damage and accuracy. If this was more stars, it would be extremely good, but we'll keep it. And from normal, we get a 5-star. I am wondering if I should maybe start hitting hard and brutal, but I know I can 1-key normal right now. Obviously, my goal is to push to Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare as fast as possible, but that is, you know, still a little bit too much in the future. However, I might risk 1 hit on Nightmare today just to see how much percentage I would get. So then maybe I can look into maybe using multiple keys in order to get like the rewards on these drops. But yeah, basically I need to get Ultimate Chest in order to have a chance of a Sacred Charge, and let me tell you, I'm not reaching this anytime soon, so because of that, it's probably just gonna be brutal and hard for a little bit longer. It is a brand new day, meaning we get 3 days worth of bonus XP and 2 more days left until we get a perfect soul for Alice. I don't know anything about souls just yet, so I'll have to do some research as to what that even means. But we've been playing Raid for 12 days now. We can also collect this weapon. And we also collect the Void Shard. Perfect. Alright. There is gonna be another summoning event in 7 hours, and I think I'll try to use it then, just to get a couple of more points out of it. So that's only gonna be in 7 hours from now, so definitely gonna do that at the same time. And when it comes to tournaments, I did manage to finish my very first tournament, which was a dragon tournament, and got all the rewards. I'm currently rank 4. I will attempt to be just a little bit higher, but it looks like I will probably get another ancient shard in 9 hours, unless one of these guys does a lot of dragon, which I don't think they will. And when it comes to classic arena, I've also been doing great. As you can see, I've won this tournament also, and claimed all the rewards here as well. Now for this Sand Devil, I've done 0 of this, and this is still going for 2 days, so I'm actually gonna give this a shot. I don't know if I'm strong enough for this, but we'll see how it feels. So by completing Sand Devil, you get oil that you can use to ascend artifacts. I haven't really figured out the whole artifact situation yet, so that's pretty interesting. But since I don't have too much energy to work with, I will just focus on trying to maybe push for a rank 2. Nah, rank 2 is gonna be too far. I think I can probably just get to rank 3 spot and that's it. So I'll just try to get to rank 3 spot then. Alright, it looks like the couple of tournaments have ended overnight. It feels like we fell 1 rank in the classic arena down to rank 2. And it looks like I missed it by just a little bit. However, I get these 4 6-star pieces. And looks like the dragon tournament also ended, where we get a... Okay, we ended up being 3rd. A bit of a shame, I was pushing for 2nd. So I get a slightly worse pieces, I think, but that's okay as well. Outside of that, we currently have a Summon Rush event and Dungeon Divers event. And it looks like you get a Primal Shard for this. Wait, that seems amazing. I might try to push for this. I don't know if it's possible as a free-to-play, but this would be crazy good to get. But since there's a summoning event going on right now, I might pop this Void Shard. Oh, this guy seems amazing. Yeah, that guy's literally 5-star on everything. And this Tremaria doesn't seem as good, but like it still seems decent in some places. But I'll pick this guy because he's obviously like a lot better, I'd say. And we're just gonna go ahead and summon him. Let's see. Even if I get like an epic right now, it would be great for the account. We get another rare and we get a Fellhound. He attacks all enemies on A1, places a continuous heal and a 15% chance to reflect damage. That's probably pretty good. And then places a block damage buff on ally for 1 turn. Maybe because A1 is AoE, he could maybe be decent. Let's go ahead and pop the Ancient Shard as well. I guess I should probably pick which champ I want. I don't really know how this works, to be honest. In fact, I won't even pick any champ because I literally don't know which one is the best. So we're just gonna summon and see what do we get. And we get another rare, and this time we pull a Slayer. Decrease attack on the A1, attacking all enemies on the A2, and placing a little bit of a poison on the A3. Alright, I could see that being used somewhere. And the reason I waited for this is just because I now get a little bit more rewards. If I summoned yesterday, I wouldn't be getting these 50 gems, for example. Welcome to day 13. We get 25 gems. We also get a brand new character, this epic champion. Let's take a look at what he does. And also we get 500 energy. We're gonna definitely utilize this to get a bunch of things done. But Jizo, on the A1, he attacks one enemy 2 times and damage is based on defense, which actually sounds pretty interesting. On A2, we place a shield buff for 3 turns and a counter attack buff for 2 turns on one ally. And it grants an extra turn. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense, so this is a defense scaling champion basically. And this attacks one enemy and has an 80% chance to place a provoke, but it also places a continuous heal on this champion for 2 turns. I can see this champ being quite useful. Let's try to see at what content this champion would be good at. Okay, it appears that he's pretty mediocre looking at the Hell Hades' website. He's decent at Fire Knight, decent at Dragon, and decent at Ice Golem, but nothing really more than that. So we're probably just gonna leave him as a level 40 and use him in the Faction Wars. Daily Clan Boss rewards, let's start off with easy. We get a weapon with speed, accuracy, and crit rate, which actually could be pretty decent, even though it's only a 4-star. We get a normal one with a 4-star HP percent, attack percent, res, probably not very good. And a hard, we were able to do a 3rd chest on the hard, so that was pretty decent. And that gives us a 4-star defense percentage, accuracy, and crit rate shield. This could honestly be pretty decent. But again, it was only a 4-star. It is finally time for Magic Keep to be unlocked again, meaning I can start farming my potions in order to get a level 5 ascension. Looking at my missions, that's what we have to do. And I will be attempting to ascend Tegoar, and I've already done quite a little bit of farming. So we need to get 3 of these greater potions. Currently, I'm only able to clear stage 12, and this is the team I'm using. I know it's not the best team, but it's the best we got at the moment. We can clear stage 12. We're gonna repeatedly do this until we have enough to ascend my Tegoar all the way to level 5. And I have farmed a decent bit of Magic Dungeon, and I'm now able to push Tegoar to level 50. Or to Ascension 50, I should say rather. Now, I'm in a dilemma where I don't know if I should push him to level 60 first or Alice to level 60 first. Like, this is literally my biggest dilemma right now. And as you can see, Alice is also a champion that requires me to get a bunch of these potions to ascend, even to something as simple as a tier 3 ascension. And it would actually make Alice quite a little bit stronger as well, but I don't have that much energy to work with, so I'm just gonna be pushing the main missions for now. And then as soon as I have enough chickens, we'll come back to that and decide which champion we are actually promoting. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but we also received this little ancient shard situation. So I will go ahead and figure out which one of these is the best and open that as well. Alright, it looks like I'll be picking Elva, but I don't really know which gems would be the best for me, to be honest. Oh, but regardless, we have 1 gem, let's see. I would honestly love to see like a good epic, for example. But we get another rare, and this time we pull a Renouncer. On A1, it hits 2 times, very simple. On A2, it removes 1 random debuff from this champion, then attacks 1 enemy and heals this champion by 25%. And on the A3, it attacks 1 enemy, but it also has increased speed buff for all allies for 2 turns. But I think it's the weaker increased speed buff, so I don't think this champion is gonna see much use from me personally. I decided to spend most of the energy today farming for more level 50s, so I can make my level 60 character tomorrow when the event hits for a champion training event. So I think I've decided that's gonna end up being Alice, but as you can see, I have a lot of champions that I'm willing to sacrifice and quite a lot of 4 stars level 40s. So now I just need to build up 4-star level 1s that I can then sacrifice in order to finish off the Alice. But what happened in the process is we reached level 40. And with level 40, we now unlocked the Doom Tower. Okay, so basically it looks like there's a bunch of stages that you need to push through, and we need these gold keys in order to do the battles. Now, I am not really sure how this works. Maybe regular keys for these runs, and for hard runs maybe the other keys? No, it's still the same keys. I'm just gonna start on normal. I think it just makes sense. I feel like to start things on normal. And we'll just use this sort of composition for now, and we'll see how strong we are. So let's take a look. Are we strong enough to clear stage 1 on Oro normal? I would assume so. But let's take a look together here for the very first time. Alright, having revivers really made this fight pretty easy. We get a couple of ranking charms for that, and I guess we can now select a next... Wait, I did not want to choose a multi-battle. Hold up. If I lose a key, it's a disaster. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, I didn't. Okay. I was afraid I was gonna lose a key. All right, let's just go next. Why did that play it automatically, like over and over? Regardless, let's push to... Well, hopefully we can push all the way up, and we'll see where we end up on, or if I get stuck at any stages. Looks like we're also going to be getting some chickens as the rewards. That can definitely help us out tomorrow as well. So let's see if we get stuck. I cleared the first 5 stages with no problem, and this is the first time I'm encountering a secret room. And for that, I believe you can then utilize these silver keys. And it appears that these have a special type of rules. As you can see, I can only use rare champions. And let me tell you, I don't really have the best rare champions available. I know for a fact this apothecary guy is pretty damn good, so maybe I should put some gear on him for now. And I know for a fact that this frozen banshee is pretty good champion as well, so maybe I could put some gear on her as well. Alongside that, bellower is a solid rare. And then I might as well just put this 5-star in there. Her, because she's kind of geared already, but... yeah, let's just see if I don't put any gear, if I can clear this. If not, we'll have to put some gear on some of these champions, maybe even level them a little bit. Oh, I think we're gonna have a hard time clearing this. So we might need to come back to this in the future when we have a couple more rare champions built out. I mean, maybe my Kale is tanky enough to tank through all of these. It's gonna be rough though. I tried a few times. I don't think I am strong enough. So let's go back and try to push this a little bit further. And then I can always come back and see if I would be strong enough by actually gearing up a few of those champs. But their levels are a little bit too low as well, I think. And as long as this stays for like a longer period of time, I think we'll be alright. We made it to the first mini-boss. Ooh, alright, so once you get to the mini-boss part, you can use obviously one of your gold keys to clear it, but then you can start using multiple silver keys to clear it again. Alright, let's just hope that our team is strong enough. So we'll take this, and let's put this in there as well. That's probably my best team at the moment. It's very defense support heavy, but let's take a look. Let's see where we're at. Alright, that's what the boss looks like. It's a cool griffin looking dude. And it definitely seems like this team will be strong enough to take him on. Now, when it comes to just actual first 10 floors, a couple of them I had to do on manual, because my Kale would always find a way to die, or my Reviver would end up getting provoked. But even with just 160, I was able to clear at least first 10 floors, which is kinda good to know. There it is, he's defeated. We ended up getting some Griffin feathers that we can use in the forge, but most importantly, a little bit of energy for the first clear as well. And now at this point, it takes 4 hours to get another key, so we'll definitely keep an eye on when we get the keys back. I also don't know if I get one back at a time or if I get all 10 of them back at a time and it's like every single day type of thing. But looks like there is 120 floors to go through, and this has 3-week resets. So basically it's like a monthly thing you try to push through. Same thing goes with the hard stages as well, but obviously now that we've used up the keys, I guess we could go ahead and use up the silver keys as well. I'm just gonna multi-battle these in super raid so it counts as 2. And let's grab all the possible rewards from the Doom Tower for our very first day. Ladies, gentlemen, 14 days we have logged in a row, and we can now collect our very first soul. Now, I don't really understand how souls work like, and we now have phase 2 rewards available for 21 days. Okay, so we gotta be winning battles in campaigns, dungeons, faction wars, arena, and clan bosses, and we gain these sort of flags, and then we can get more stuff. So split souls, even primal shard in here, some legendary accessories even. Okay, so there is a lot to look forward to. I'm just gonna try to get 75 every single day, basically. And we'll see if that's enough to complete all of this. And through the process, I guess we will figure out how these souls work. I'm gonna assume I need level 42 in order to do this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't do that just yet. You guys have no clue how happy I am. I just put this random uncommon champion. Now, I went through my entire roster and I realized I don't have a single healing remover in my roster. I'm trolling. I thought I didn't have the full debuff remover, But I did. I have 3 rares even. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. So basically, I was trying to complete my dungeon challenges where I need to place a heal reduction debuff on the Spirit Guardian while beating stage 7, right? The way I searched it up is, okay, I was looking at the debuffs, I was looking at heal reduction, and I just clicked both of those. And I should just click one at a time. So I don't have any great debuffers, but I have half debuffers. So I'm gonna gear up one of these 3 guys in some accuracy, and we'll see if I can clear stage 7 and complete that mission. Okay, I've placed the debuff. Let's see if it worked. Challenges completed. Beautiful. We are now on part 4 out of 5, and we will slowly start working on all of those over the next week. And since there is currently a summon rush going, I'm also going to go ahead and summon this ancient shard. I'm not gonna pick a champion because honestly it's only 1 shard. The likelihood of landing on a legendary is basically very low. We land on another rare, a Pathfinder this time around. Block buffs on A1, 30% chance to increase the cooldown of a random skill on each target by 2 turns, and place a Perfect Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn wherever they kill an enemy. Perfect Veil is very complicated. If you wanna read into it, it's right here. I don't know if I'll use this champion, we'll see. For now though, I'm gonna claim my energy, plus 100, and we'll see if we can do any more of the dungeon challenges. Today was a brand new day and I was able to push my floor all the way to 20 and ended up doing 15 kills of this boss as well. And that gave me a little bit of forge materials as well. To top it all off, we currently also have a champion training event, and I think in this time I will be able to push my Alice to level 60. If we take a look into my tavern right now, I have 1, 2, 3 already 5 stars, and then I have 2 4 stars level 40s already. So all I need to do is push a couple of level 30s to level 40s and we can finish Alice as well. Also, when it comes to ascending, I have decent amount of resources to ascend her as well. Definitely not enough to ascend her all the way to 6 stars, but I will try to get her as close to 6 stars as I possibly can. For now though, I have a mission to get a couple of 5 or 6 star artifacts from Dragon, so this is gonna be my next goal. And we're strong enough to farm stage 13 at the moment. It is time for daily clan boss rewards yet again. Let's take a look. Defense chestplate, probably a sell. 4-star boots with HP percent and not that great substats. Flat boots, probably a sell as well. Decent bit of potions, a little bit of coins, and from the hard one we were able to get the second chest. And here we get some boots and a shield with HP percent, so nothing too crazy today. We're just gonna hit normal for now because I only have 1 key. 4 million damage dealt, which is enough for the last chest. And also, I've been continuously training my champions, and I now have 4 chickens ready for Alice, so I'm on my last step to upgrade this Maliciou, and then Alice will be 6-starred as well. That's gonna be one of the last goals for today's video, so let's figure it out, let's get it done. Ladies, gentlemen, it is about time. I spent a lot of energy and a lot of time leveling up my chickens, and as you can see, we are just about ready. Let's start off and upgrade our brute all the way to level 4. He is now 4-star, and now I can upgrade my Maliciou. And I know this guy's used for the fusion, but I'm sure I can get another one in the future. That's perfectly fine. My Maliciou is now gonna get pushed to 5-star. And now this is the big decision. Do I push up Alice or do I push up Tagoar? Now I will push up Alice. That's gonna help me more in dungeons. If I pushed up Tagoar, that would probably help me a little bit more in campaign, trying to push campaign to complete past the brutal stages, but I'm more interested in dungeons at the moment, since when it comes to campaign, I'm mainly just clearing 12-3 stage for silver and experience. Because of that, it is time to bump up Alice. Before I sacrifice this, I want to make sure that my Hound does not have any crazy good gear. It's pretty expensive to unequip this, and I know there is a challenge where I need to equip 5+ star sets, so I might just have to save this gear, even though this gear is like really bad arguably, but I'm gonna go ahead and save it for now. And in the future I'm not gonna do the same mistake where I'm equipping the sacrifice champions with any sort of gear, but I know there's a mission that's coming literally right around the that was 100k. Oh, okay guys, just blink, this is a lot of money being spent right now. for very bad pieces. But it has to be done, okay? It has to be done because upgrading Alice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there it is. Let's go ahead and upgrade her right now. Alright, I'm ready. There it is. Alice is now level 1, but 6-star, my second 6-star champion on the account, which is absolutely phenomenal. I also have been working a little bit on the ascension side of things. We're gonna ascend her once. That's gonna be pretty hard to ascend her further, as you can see. Very expensive. But I'll worry about this in the future when the magic keep unlocks again. For now, though, it is back to missions. It's back to pushing this as far as I possibly can. And in the process, we are obviously gonna be leveling Alice as well, right? But what else can we do? We can pick her last mastery. Let me look into hellhades.com and figure out what is the best for her as the last option. I do believe I was getting her as a nuker, or was I getting her as a general PvE? War Master is gonna help me with the clan boss a lot, and Hell Smasher is gonna help me with like nuking. But I think for the early game, War Master is probably the way to go for me. It should help me with the general PvE progression, but as I said, I do have one refresh, so if you guys see this and you're like, oh my god, this guy picked completely wrong masteries, let me know in the comments. I can always change it once. But I'm pretty committed to War Master for now. Let's pick it. No regrets. And it is time to start leveling her. When it comes to the gear though, she's geared in a pretty alright set aside from this chestplate. This chestplate is a disaster. Gauntlets are pretty good, so I need to get a good Savage chestplate. I have perception on the weapon, perception on the shield. I have speed boots with the decent substats, and maybe I can bump this up in the future, or maybe I'll get a better speed helmet. I definitely have a lot of critical rate, so I could look into eventually changing this crit rate gloves into crit damage gloves, and then find crit rate spread towards other items. But all of that is for the future. I'm not gonna over worry about it, and I'm just gonna level her whilst working on the dungeons right now. And I believe this right now is the perfect time to actually end today's episode. We finished a couple more missions, and the next one we obviously need to wait until the magic keep opens. So with that, let me give you a little bit of an update on our roster. We have Kale as a level 60 in a very decent gear. We have an Alice as a 6-star, 3 times ascended, and we're working on fully ascending her and obviously leveling her to 60 in the near future. Then we have a 5-star Tagore. This is gonna be my next level 60, I'm thinking, as my best reviver support. And then I have a bunch of level 40 epics that I received through just playing the game. Then we have War Maiden. I plan on upgrading her a little bit in the future, but for now she's kind of just sitting on the bench. I've already prepared some champions for the fusion, and I've already leveled some of the void champions up to 30 as well, just to use them in the faction wars and whatnot. The champions I plan on building are also Apothecary, one of very good rares, and also Bellower, one of very good rares as well, with 3 different AoE spells. This guy can really help you with waves. And also Frozen Banshee is a rare I'm looking into potentially building in the near future. All these other rares I'm just gonna have and sit with them, not gonna utilize them, not gonna sacrifice them as food. I'm just gonna eventually turn them into faction wars champions. And then we have the rest of our chickens that still need to be built out. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to support the channel, or you maybe just want to start a brand new raid account, make sure you download raid through the link in the description, or simply scan the QR code on the screen. That will give you both Tagore at level 1, but also Ugo at level 15, and then obviously if you log in at the moment for 7 days in a row, you will be receiving Alice as a day 7 login reward. And if you want to push it a step further, you can click here on the left side, go under promo code, type Monkey King, and you will also get Sun Wukong, but obviously you do need to do that on a very brand new account. So as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again very soon with another video. Take care and bye bye.